Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is 1 p.m. here in Crystal Lake, Illinois. That means it's time for another live stream. Today is Monday, June 26, 2023. Good thing I wrote it at the top of the screen over here for me. I know I see a different thing than you see, but there's a date up there. I think you guys will see the date maybe down here somewhere, but it's June 26, 2023. We're at the end of June already. Summertime is flying by. My wife and I, we took the kids to a lake here in town and also to a pool the next day. And we were just like, it feels like we had a good momentum for summer, but also I feel like summer's kind of like half over already. I know it's not, but it's just going by so fast. And we're having a good time. And hopefully you guys are having a good time too. Everyone listening in on the podcast, on the audio only version, hopefully you're having a good run today. And for everyone else who's watching this on YouTube later, but not live, welcome to the #1 running podcast to watch on YouTube while you are kind of quiet quitting and pretending to do real work during the summer. Maybe you're not quiet quitting, but maybe it's just summertime and you just don't feel like doing as much work as you maybe have to. I'm not going to judge you guys if you're doing that. But you know what? I also feel like, if you have this on in the background, it probably will help you to get like motivated to at least crank out a little bit of work. So I feel like it's a productivity tool more than anything, right? Should we call this? I think tomorrow's will be the #1 productivity tool. Probably not. Probably not. But I'm glad that you guys are all here. We got a bunch of people in the chat. All right. Brian Lang says, "What's up, co-fam? Signed up for the live Q&A. I'm excited. Will there be a shakeout run too?" I don't know, Brian. So what Brian's talking about is this Sunday. I told you guys the wrong date. I said the right date, but the wrong day. July 2nd, Sunday night. We're going to be at the Decatur Fleet Feet doing a live stream with Drew Whitcomb of Wear Testers and a couple people from Adidas and Atlanta Track Club. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got 70 seats. I haven't checked on how like full we're getting, but it should be a decent number of seats. Hopefully we can fill it. And we'll have about 45 minutes to an hour for live stream time. And then we'll have some hanging out afterwards. Whether or not we'll have a shakeout one, I'm not sure, but I do have a call after the live stream today. We'll have a chance to talk to some people. So hopefully we can kind of figure out some more of those details. There was talk about it, but I don't know, maybe something that's just Drew and I are be like, hey, yo, we're all going to be out here on this time, or maybe we'll do something more formal. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. So I'll get some more information for you and I'll follow up, but I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. All right, Frank. It says it's 108 where he is today. That is hot. That's what Andrew Scott said too. 108, that's hot. Frank says though, but it's a dry heat, so it's okay. Whoo! Oh man. Raisin says, man, I would love to be able to meet with and run with Kofuzi or a bunch of people out here in Osaka, Japan. I'm wanting to get into blogging. Well, hopefully I'll be back in Japan sometime soon. I don't think it'll be immediate, like not in the next couple. It won't be this summer, but hopefully soon. And hopefully we can meet up sometime. Sean Devlin says, hey, everyone. Ran the BAA 10K with my 15-year-old daughter yesterday. Oh, that's awesome. It was her first 10K. Very warm. There was some suffering, but she did it. Proud of her, and it was an awesome experience for us both. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. She gets a bell for her first 10K. Nice. Glad to hear that. That's so cool. It did look very warm for the BAA 10K. Hopefully it will not be that much warmer for the Peachtree Road Race coming up next week in Atlanta. But I have a feeling it's just going to be really, really hot. It's going to be really hot, but it's all right. Here's the other thing that I'm worried about for the BAA 10K. Not BAA 10K. I'm sorry. Peachtree Road Race. I got my corral assignment. I'm in Corral L. And I think part of it's because I haven't run a 10K in forever. Or I didn't have a 10K, I feel like they had like a window. And I don't think I've run a time 10K within the window. So I didn't have like a time to submit. But I did submit a estimated finish time. And I estimated my finish time at BQ pace. So like 7:15s or 7:14s per mile for whatever that turns into, like 43 or 44 minutes or something like that. But they still, and I don't know if it's because I'm not a Atlanta Track Club member, but they put me in Corral L, which I think the projected finish time for Corral L is about an hour. So that'll be interesting. But I always tend to go out fast in 5Ks and 10Ks. So this will definitely slow me down a little bit. I have to do a little bit of weaving as I get through some of the crowd. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot of traffic management throughout the entire 10K if I'm starting in Corral, but we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right. Let's scroll down to the bottom, catch up with you guys. Drew says that's weird. You should have gotten Corral A. Yeah, I'm fine with it. What Corral are you in, Drew? We gotta figure it out. And Brian says, dang, most people who didn't get a qualifying time guard Corral F. I'm an L. It's a little bit further back, but you know what? That just means more friends to hang out with. Adam says you should be 39 and change. I think that's where the fitness is. I think I'm right at about 40-minute fitness, but it's going to be hot and it's going to be hilly. So like, I think that's going to really come. That's what really is going to get me on there. And so, I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself for a hot hilly race. So that's why I said I'd be 7:15. And apparently it didn't matter anyway, because they put me in Corral L. So, hopefully I'll see hopefully some of you guys will be in Corral L and we can hang out. And Alec Franken says, do you have a 5K time based on your time you should be in Corral A? Oh, I don't think that they let me do a 5K time, because if I did, then I would have my time from my Tasca Oktoberfest, which was like an 18:59 or something like that. It was just under 19. So I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to go to like Athlete Services, but I just feel like it's an Atlanta Track Club race, and I'm not a member, so I don't want to like make a big deal out of it. So we'll have to see. Drew's in Corral A. Drew, I'm never gonna find you. All right. Well, if you're in Corral A, I'll see if I can get my corral switched at the expo or whatever. We'll see. Mark says, same happened to me for the New York City 5K before the marathon in 2021. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not going there to really throw down, so it's not a huge deal. James says, yo, what's going on? Local mile 0 race on Saturday. The only options for kids was 3K, 5K, 10K, and half. Well, there's a half marathon for kids. You get a 12-minute PB for the half, 1:48. Nice. He said the smoke was pretty light and switch from Metaspeed Edge to Nimbus 25. You ran a 1:48 at Nimbus 25. That may be the fastest half marathon run in the Nimbus. That's pretty fast. I mean, I ran in it today. And I had a really good time with it. But I don't know that I'd want to try to run a half marathon race in it. That's impressive. Nico Johnson says, hey, Co, can't stick around long because of work, but I just finished The Long Way Home by Ryan Van Duzer. Thanks for the book recommendation. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I also finished it. It took me a while because it was a physical book and not an audio book, but I was able to get through it. Not because of the writing. The writing was great. It's a fun story, but it just takes me a long time. The written word is like a sedative to me. As soon as I see written words, I just get sleepy. Not on a screen like this. These words are fine, but like words on paper, I don't know. I think I'd like to blame law school for that, because I did fall asleep in my books a lot. But I've got to say, I mean, it was something that happened in college too. I would just fall asleep. I would go to the library for 3 hours. The first 45 minutes was sleeping. Like I would just open the book and boom, I'm out. I'm asleep. James says he grabbed a frozen hydration brush from the cooler and headed out for a second lap. First unofficial 42.2K, 418, sunny 85 degrees Fahrenheit with the best PT running with me on second lap. Wow, that's pretty cool. Nice. Congratulations. First unofficial marathon distance, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. That's very, very hot. I don't really like running when it's that hot. I know a lot of people run much hotter, but that's not me. And that's hard for me. I'm impressed. Steven C 1984 says Ed Bud had a prediction 2023 update. He said he predicted and you predicted, Steven C predicted that Ed, FOD Runner, and Kafuzi will all PR in the remainder of 2023. Interesting. I don't have another marathon on the calendar for this year. So that'll make it hard. Well, I do have Chicago. So, but I don't plan on running hard at Chicago. So that's why I'm thinking like there I don't have an A race. So I'll run Chicago, watch New York, watch CIM. I might run Houston. I've been thinking about that, but that's not 2023. But maybe I can PR in the. I don't think I'll PR in the 10K. I think my PR in the 10K is. I'll have to go look. I think the last time I ran a 10K was the Country Soul 10K. In Chicago. I think that would have been 2017 or 2018. I'm not sure what I ran. I think I ran like a 42, 43, maybe a 44. So maybe I'll PR in the 10K. I mean, I did a time trial 10K of like 40 minutes and like 5 seconds one time. It was during the pandemic. I think I could do better than that, but I don't know if I could do that on the Peachtree course. I think Andy's been running very well. So Andy, I think, is a great bet. Ed, I think if he could stay healthy, if he can keep the dogs away, he just has those weird stories. I don't know. Is Ed British Robbie? They both have crazy animal stories. Interesting. I'm not sure, but I think I could see it. I could see it. I hope so. That'd be great if that all happens. Oh, Lalo P says London lottery winners will be emailed July 6th. Isn't that amazing? Why are they waiting till July 6th? I saw something on Instagram from like the London Marathon, and it was like the lottery has been drawn. And this was like a couple of days ago. And I'm like, okay. So what's the delay? They need that long to write the email? You know what I mean? I don't understand why the delay. The fact that there's the delay makes it feel like there's funny business that's going to happen. You know? It's like they do the random lottery and then they're like, oh, no. We got too many people from Illinois. Let's fix that. You know? And so I just feel like I don't understand what the reason for the delay is. Carlos Griego says, I went with the Adidas Adidas SL on sale at $65 per co-suggestion. It's the first Adidas shoes I'll be trying. Stoked. Carlos, I hope you like it. I'll be running in the Adidas SL a lot this weekend, I think. I'm going to be taking that one down when I go to Atlanta, which I'm going to leave Saturday, I think. I have to check my flights. I don't know. Calvin says, since Megan Murray is getting into horse betting, can we do running YouTuber betting? Who will PB? Who will BQ? Et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. I think that's an amazing story that Megan is getting into horse betting. If you guys want to do YouTuber betting, that's fine. I feel like there is already a pretty, I don't want to say robust, but a significant undercurrent of people who are already talking about whether or not running YouTubers will hit their goals, but it's all less run and it's all negative. There's no betting. It's all just like, oh, they're going to do terrible. There's kind of like discussions like that, I think, which I'm not interested in. But you know, what's interesting is when my wife and I first started dating, I used to go to, there's a horse track in East St. Louis that we used to go to all the time in college. Main reason being on Fridays, they would have happy hour and it would be like quarter wings and like 50-cent Bud Light bottles or something ridiculous like that. Basically giving away food and beer if you came like early, like 4:00 in the afternoon on a Friday. So we would go and do that. It was a weird time. I'm like, the horses are even racing right now? I didn't understand it. And one of my buddies, he was super into it. And he was always trying to explain to me like what the box bet is or like I don't know. I couldn't like how do you parlay, but I didn't understand any of the words. I would just bet on horses straight up. Mainly I would just go there and eat the wings and buy cheap Bud Light bottles. But we would go a lot and it would be fun, just a fun way to spend an afternoon outside with your buddies and when the weather's nice. And then when my wife and I started dating, she mentioned she really likes horses. Horses came up the other day too. Oh, she mentioned she wants to take the kids horseback riding. But anyway, so my wife, when we were dating, she mentioned she liked horses. And she's like, have you ever been on a horse? I'm like, no. But do you like horse racing? And she was like, because I was thinking, I will take this woman that I'm dating to a horse betting track. I presume she would like to have quarter wings and 50-cent Bud Light bottles. Maybe that could be a fun date, as was the thinking in my head. And it turns out she hates horse racing because she thinks it's mean to the horses. So I was like, oh yeah, me too. I don't really like her. I just thought maybe that I don't know where else a person can see horses. So I thought maybe we would do that. She's like, no, I'm not interested. I'm like, yeah, no, me neither. All right, getting to run. CLT Native says, "Hey, co-fam, ordered a pair of Adidas SL, a pair of Takumi Sen 9, and finally uploaded my first video to YouTube yesterday. Awesome. Let's do this one. Yeah, there we go. He says, a very Kofuzi influenced weekend. Happy Monday, y'all. Awesome. Well, congratulations. We'll have to go make sure we all go check that out. Getting to run on YouTube. So we'll have to go look for that video. Cool. All right. Video Guy Man 7 says, getting back to Peachtree Road Race. They did allow 5K times for seeding purposes at Peachtree, but they were pretty strict with them being USATF certified courses. I think I did submit my Itasca Oktoberfest time, and it was a USATF certified course. I just think that because I signed up like with the sponsor bib, like the Adidas bib, really late. I think that's what happened. Although Drew also did too, didn't he? I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. Drew Wickham. But anyway, Drew is calling Adidas to get me into the corral. Oh, man. No worries. And Brian says, you can get your corral switch at the Expo Race Solutions. A lot of people got weird placements. All right, I'll try. Just because I don't want to bump into anybody. Because I'm going to have my selfie stick. And this race does not explicitly prohibit selfie sticks. Doesn't seem to say so on the list of prohibited items. So I feel like, all right, let's do it. Bring the selfie stick. But I don't want to hurt, like run over anybody or run into anybody. And I also don't want to be like darting around and stuff. Yeah, I just think that's not going to be fun for anyone. Daniel Burton says, is there a shoe missing in the shoe rack? Yeah. So the Triumph 20 is missing and the More version 4. Those are missing. I'm trying to think where the other ones that are missing. The other ones that are missing are all off camera. Oh no, there we go. Super Blast. The other one's missing. And then the Trabuco Max, where does it normally live? Oh, it's down below off camera. It lives right behind this one. Yeah, see right there? So those are the 4 that are missing for tomorrow's video. All right. Let's get to the box. All right. Today, I put up a reel about Saucony unboxing. It was stuff that I happened to buy myself. And I must have been in a mood because I also bought a bunch of stuff from Adidas too. Again, it's apparel. I think it's apparel. Because I do have that Peachtree trip coming up. I got a bunch of stuff from Adidas when I went to Germany with them, but that was all like wintry clothes, and Peachtree's is decidedly not going to be wintry. So let's see what I ordered. Should we rate how I did when we're done again? We'll rate the box. Let's see what I got. Oh, look. I've never seen this happen before. The tape of the packaging on the box ripped open this first piece right here. All right. There's some colors in there. I'm not scared. All right. First thing in here is a black singlet. Oh, I like this one. Look at this. Nice and airy on the back, basically see-through. So I like that very much. I might race in this one. I think that's going to be good. Nice and airy. Feels a little bit on the long side, but I think that's going to be okay. This next one is a piece of Parley for the Oceans clothing. So they take like the ocean plastics and they spin it into fibers and make a shirt. And this is a shirt. What color is this? Is this blue? It's Legend ink. So I guess it's like navy, but feels a little bit heavy and it feels a little bit big, but I'm sure it'll fit. But there you go. Got an Adidas logo and the Parley logo. Nice. I'm glad that they could do that. That they could take like ocean plastics and turn it into clothes or shoes. That's pretty amazing. All right. I think there's 2 more things in there. Okay. I think these are just for casual wear. These are not running shorts. But I got white shorts. They do have pockets on the side. I'm just a big fan of white pockets. I'm just a big fan of white shorts, I would say. It's kind of got this little patch of blue on the side. I don't know if these are soccer shorts or these running shorts or what. There's no liner. Men's 7-inch, regular fit. What does the label say? No, they're shorts. Running Carrera. They're running 7-inch shorts. No liner. White. I like these. These will be comfy for like wearing around. Look, they're kind of there's like a stamp on the bottom here. Made to be remade. Oh, this is from the Made to Be Remade line. So I think the way that this works is when you're done with these, you send it back to Adidas and they will take it and turn it into more clothes somehow. It's magic. But made to be remade. So pretty cool. I like that idea too. All right. Last one. I think I might race in these. Although I feel like for Peachtree, it's going to be so hot. I might want to race in some split shorts, but I thought I would go with this. You know, I told you guys I wasn't going to buy a lot of Boston stuff, but I think these were on sale. So I bought the Boston half tights. These colors, I don't know about these colors. But yeah, half tights. And they only have one small pocket in the back. So that's going to fit like a gel back there. So that'll be good for a 10K. I'll probably take a gel. And they're not lined, but they're a half tight. They're a long half. It's a long half tight. All these clothes feel a little bit big, but I'm sure they fit fine. But the material, it doesn't feel that stretchy or compressive, but it feels kind of thin. So it might work for summer running. So I think with like this on the bottom and then the black singlet up top, I think that could work. It feels a little bit dark, but I think that could work. And that's what's in the box. What are we going to rate that? We're going to give the box a rating. I feel like that's a minus box. A minus. Yeah, A minus. I think so. Yeah. Sega Dreamcast wants to know, those don't have side pockets? The Adidas half tights can fit a lot of gels in the side pockets. You know, I thought that they had side pockets when I ordered them. And I'm looking at them now, trying to feel it. They do not have side pockets. It's a little bit disappointing. Yeah, that's it. Says it's a 7 of the box. 7 out of 10. Hopefully that's 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think that works. That works. Like A minus. No, the 7 out of 10 is like a B, right? I don't know. Luke Hines is 6 out of 10. Eliza thinks it's an 8. Yeah, I think 7 is about right. Andrew Scott says 7.5. Daniel Burton says B plus. Yeah. Dapper Grizzly says, like, so I'm the reason why the shorts are out of stock. You were trying to get that? Which shorts? The half tight or the white ones? The white ones are nice. I think that like, yeah, I'm gonna wear these also. I mean, I just love white shorts for summertime. They just feel so clean. Like it feels like fresh out of the shower, clean. Put on a pair of slides and white shorts. And I'm just, I'm just ready for instant relaxation. You know what I mean? These are good. Frank says the shoes don't get a grade, but the boxes do. Yeah, you know why? You know why I don't? I mean, I think you guys know why I don't give the shoes a grade, because then people get all like angry about it, because they'll be like, "Oh, you gave like the Nova Blast an A, but then you gave the Solomon Sense Ride a B plus," and then you gave like, I don't know, the Endorphin Pro a B, although the Endorphin Pro wouldn't be a B. But you know what I mean? They're like, well, it doesn't apply across. What's fun about giving the boxes a grade is that it's completely random and meaningless, but it's kind of fun to give it a grade. So that's why I like it. It's funny. Yeah, everyone's right around 7-ish. 7-ish. Midlife runners, the box gets a participation ribbon. I like that. Nice. And Brian says A for effort. Yeah. See, here's the thing. I won't rate boxes that people send me, but I will rate the boxes that I pick stuff myself, because I want to rate myself and my choices, because I don't always make great choices. That's why. Vanessa says the only white bottoms I own are my karate ones. Yeah. Oh, you know what's coming? Oh, you know what? I won't comment because it's coming soon, and it's going to be. It should be coming soon. I got it. I feel like I got a confirmation. I don't think I got a confirmation email of it, but from that brand, they send me stuff, and it just kind of arrives. But speaking of white bottoms, fun stuff could be coming if I remember what I asked for correctly. I just forget sometimes. Every time, pretty much. New Bitcher says, I just saw some posts from pink and red Endorphin Speed and Pro users that had the shoe dye on their white socks. Have you experienced that at all? I've never experienced that before. That is incredible. Are you sure it was dye? Because sometimes, like, I remember I had a pair of the white and like crimson orange color Vaporfly Flyknit, the 4% Flyknits. And that one made the sides of my ankle bone bleed because I was cutting into that bone. And then, or was it on top of the ankle or below? Anyway, around the side of my foot bleed. And I had white socks on those shoes. And then it, changed the color of the sock. But I'm guessing it's very obvious that it's dye and not just like a little chafing. Interesting. Eliza says, "What is coming soon?" Well, I could tell you, it's not under embargo, because Brian Lang says it's another embargo. It's not another embargo, but I just don't. I don't want to spoil the surprise. I want to say I just saw someone else in the exact outfit that I picked out that I thought was kind of ludicrous. But they made it look really good. It might have been Marcus Brown, but he made it look really awesome. So I was thinking about it the other day too, and I was like, "Oh, I want that." I'm like, "Oh wait, I think it's coming." So we'll see. We'll see if it works out. We'll see. I don't know. Do we have any other race results from over the weekend? I know a lot of people were watching Western States. I was following it. So like someone emailed me today to say that there were 250,000 views on the live stream of the Western States, in like a 24-hour period, and they were like, "That's incredible." And I had no idea there was that many. I didn't watch any of the live stream. I followed Western States through my Instagram stories. My entire Instagram was like all Western States this weekend. It got to the point where I was like, man, I'm not even there. I didn't want to watch anymore. But like Kevin, my friend Kevin, who works at a photographer, who I met originally for the first time several years ago at Western States with Jameson. I first met him. He works at Rabbit now. But he had some really great photos from the weekend. I was following Hella's journey from over the weekend. Man, it was just fun to watch. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Sega Dreamcast had no racing over there. So maybe it was just a quiet weekend. I don't know. but I enjoyed watching it. Who was saying they were there? Matthias Ventus was there. Man, I wish I could have been there. That would have been fun. But I had a really good weekend here at home, and I'm going to be traveling a lot this summer. I will announce all that stuff after I get back from Atlanta, because some things are still kind of up in the air too. A lot of stuff still kind of up in the air, and I can announce some stuff, but I'll have a better idea by the time I get back from Atlanta. So, yeah. Mark says Ben Johnson ran another half marathon. He did run another half marathon. Did you guys see that picture of the half marathon? It was such a weird one where he's at the starting line. It looks like he had weird, funky hair. And then there was a woman like standing next to him who was giving like a super sour face. It was a really incredible photo. Richard Wilson says, Gene was my heartbreak. He was fun. He was checking his little handwritten notepad. He was also using a handheld flashlight. Very old school. Oh, that's a great story. Frank wants to know if I saw the shot putter in the 100-meter hurdles Euro track and field team championships. I saw that this morning. I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, no, that's a joke. That's not really how it works, is it? Like, I didn't understand why they would need to do that. So I'm like, clearly this is something out of context, and they're putting different caption on it. But I guess it was real. That was really real. She had to run the hurdles, so that Belgium didn't get disqualified. That's pretty amazing. I mean, she was tall though, so I feel like if anyone's gonna like just go out there and walk over each hurdle, that's a good person. It's the least, difficult for her height, I guess. But I also don't understand why like they couldn't find anyone else in there either. It also reminds me of in high school we used to have the weight man's relay, which we would always have to say very carefully because it would confuse some of the people on our team. They're like, "You're gonna have a white man's relay?" I'm like, "No. What the throwers, the weight man's relay." We would have the throwers all do a 4x1, and it was like the most exciting event of the day whenever we had it. But yeah, I just love it. I just love it when the throws people get onto the track. It's always a lot of fun, and they have such a good spirit about it. Like, I feel like when track people try to do field events, they don't come with the same energy. You know what I mean? Luke Klein says, I ran the New York Roadrunners Achilles 4-mile, Central Park, hot and humid, no PR, and ran in the Takumi Sen 8. All right, there you go. Ooh, hot and humid. See, it's that time of year for hot and humid races. Calvin said that the live stream was great from Western States. I'm going to have to go check it out. I'm just thinking like, does Western States make a clip show about it? I just feel like, what's going on with all that content? They have 30 hours of content, maybe more, from the race itself. Then they have like before the race and after the, you know what I mean? Are they going to make a video from their content? Are they going to make like a watch it in 40 minutes or 20 minutes recap? Are they going to make YouTube shorts? What's going to happen with all that footage? I don't want to do any of that, but I'm just saying there's a lot of, and they have a year's worth of footage, you know what I mean? Or content. Adam Fierce, he's giving us the New York Grand Prix results. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to look at that because I did record it and I'm going to watch it eventually. I'm super excited to watch it. It was just a really busy weekend family-wise. So I didn't have a chance to watch it. So I'm going to take that comment off. And I'm trying not to have spoilers. But I was really excited for that meet. I kind of wish I was there too. I mean, what a weekend for running as a spectator. Lou says Hella did it in 27 hours. Yeah. It was kind of a surprise. I thought he'd get in under 24. I thought he'd get you get a different color buckle. You get the gold one, right? I thought he would get the gold one. I've been trying to get him on the live stream. He said yes, but like we're trying to figure out a time to do it. So I kind of forgot like when Western States was. And like I was like last week, I was like, hey, you want to do it anytime this week? Like, what are you doing like Thursday or Friday? He didn't even respond. Mike Arlt said, I ran the Human Powered Health half/10/5 miler this weekend, St. Paul. Super hot, dialed it back. Ben Johnson won the half. Nice event. I saw a lot of people do that one. So it was like a big weekend for speaking of like taking bets on running YouTubers. What event was it? Megan Featherston won an event. Ben Johnson won an event. And then was it? I gotta figure it. I'll ask Peter. Peter Bromka ran a mile, or he's run many miles, but he raced a mile. I think he came in at like 4. He came in low 4s. Maybe not low 4s, maybe mid 4. I don't know how he came in. He came in super fast, but he won at least his heat. He broke tape. So I was just amazed. I'm like, oh, look at all these influencers running well. Not that they're influencers, but you know what I mean. But like, yeah, it was a good weekend for racing, I feel like. And I was very happy to not be racing. I was like, I'm really glad I don't have to do a race this weekend. Mine is next week. I'm excited for that. Maurice Gaston says, hello to all and Mr. Kofuzi. Thank you for the positive content. Well, thank you for joining in on the live stream today. You know, it's the people that are here that make it positive. You know what I mean? So thank you. Richard Wilson was there at Devil's Thumb. Oh boy, cool. Adam's giving me even more. He, even though I asked him not to, he's just giving me more and more New York Grand Prix. Oh. Oh, James says Sleeve Singer needs a belt. Where did it go? I saw something else too. Someone said they took their parents. All right, Sam Barclay said my stepdad and my mom did their first park runs, 38:55 and 49:35. I got a course PB 1 second 2, 19:27. That's amazing. 3-way PBs. Nice. Good job, Sam. Way to get the family out there. Did you do it in this Pikachu outfit? Is that what this is? This is a Pikachu costume, right? No, or is it just a yellow hoodie? Did you do it in a costume or did you do it regular? Probably regular if you got a PB. Congratulations. That's awesome. And where you go? Sleep Singer is here. What did you do? I'm trying to scroll through and figure out what the result was. All right, someone's got to let me know. Oh, Calvin says PB for 40 runs, 2 in the park run. He got a 19:36. Nice. Good job, 40. You know, I'm looking forward to meeting 40 in person. I'm trying to think. I don't think we've ever actually met in person. We've talked on FaceTime a bunch of times. Typically, it's one of 40's friends will shove a phone in my face and 40 will be on it. And I'm always yelling at him, like, why aren't you here? You should have been here. Your friends came. You should have came. But he's going to be doing the train to New York with Believe in the Run and New Balance. And so I'm not a part of that, but I'm sure I'm kind of a Klingon. Whenever, Thomas and Megan and Robbie are around, I just kind of tag along for a lot of stuff. So I'm sure I'll see them. So, and then Emily's a part of it too. So it's just like, yeah, all my friends are going to be there. So that's where I'm going to go hang out. So I'm looking forward to seeing 40 in New York. That'll be fun. All right. Sleep Singer says, Heiko fam, ran my first 5K this weekend since healing the torn meniscus. Took my time and fought going faster. Was just thankful to be going. So it's 5K over, but grateful to move. Can I get a sound code? You got it for sure, man. Congratulations. Great job. And way to take it sensibly too, since you're coming off a torn meniscus. But that's really great. That's really great. I'm glad to hear that. All right. Adam says, further switching gears, he's going to the Indy Road Mile, which I didn't know there was a road mile in Indianapolis. 70-year-old Robert Qualls ran a 5:32, and a 76-year-old Jeannie Rice ran a 6:43. A 5:32 at 70? I don't think I can run a 5:32 now. Did you guys see? It was announced on Tin Man's channels yesterday. They have signed a new athlete. His name is Jacob Tim. He's a master's athlete. He's going to be turning 45 in September, and he's going after the 45 to 49-year-old mile record, which apparently is 4:13. So he thinks he can hit it. He's been working out with Tin Man for like the last year. Apparently they just ended up going to the same track in Niwot. And then after a while, he just kind of was like, hey, what are you guys doing today? And they would tell him, and he wouldn't even ask if he can join. He would just start running with them. So apparently now he's a signed master's athlete with Tin Man. So I saw that yesterday, and instantly I was like messaging, and I'm like, hey, Jacob, like love what you're setting out to do. So I'm going to try to interview him about that later. But there's already a really good interview with him. Drew Hunter interviewed him in what looks like I want to say a basement full of shoes in a pejorative way, but I'm in a basement full of shoes. But in the Tin Man basement, it's like all these Adidas boxes, which makes sense because it's an Adidas team, but it's just kind of like I don't know. It's an interesting decor decision. But the interview was really good. The audio was also really I was watching it halfway through. I'm like, the audio was really good on this interview. I have such a hard time with audio. I'm very bad at it. But their audio was really good. I'm also always really impressed with Edbud's audio. That's why it's hard to do collaborations with Edbud, because Ed's video will be spot on every single time, and it'll only exacerbate how bad my audio is. So that's why it's frustrating to work with Edbud sometimes. Kyle says, "Is Tin Man still called Tin Man?" It's still called Tin Man. I think it's strange, but that's what it is. Yeah. Dapper Grizzly says they have a new podcast episode on their channel about him. Yeah, that's the interview I watched. It was Tin Talks, which I think is also a weird name, but yeah, it's like an hour long. It's a really good talk. So it's cool. It's cool. Makara Boardman says, "Hi, can I just say I'm playing catch up on the drop, and your check-in scared the crap out of me. I heard your fast steps and thought they were coming up behind me, and to pet pepper spray ready." Sorry, I'm so sorry, but that's very funny. Yeah. So if you guys don't remember, I was on as this like the celebrity in their quotes, the celebrity check-in guest for a Believe in the Run podcast episode a couple episodes back. And I decided I would do a video one since they've been making an effort to do their podcast on video. I thought I'd do a video check-in, and I was running out in the trails. And so there's a lot of ambient noise, there's a lot of wind noise, and me running, and I'm trying to talk at the same time. And I know I listened back to that episode just to hear what it would sound like. And I know, like, combining with this, they do like a whooshing sound to transition from the talk to the check-ins. And I think the whooshing sound like blended in with the wind noise really well. And so it just became really loud. So it startled me too. And I was ready for it. So you're not the only one. But I'm sorry that you got like your pepper spray out and ready. Oh, wow, that's funny. Thank you for letting me know. That gives me a big giggle. And speaking of Believe in the Run, though, I got an email. I put out something on Instagram about the Fractal Legionnaire hat because they talked about it a lot on the last Believe in the Run, the drop. And so I made a reel about it. And I usually put the logo, like a screen recording of whatever podcast that I'm listening to if I'm like reproducing that audio. And I used the Fractal hat in it. And Fractal messages me and lets me know, because there's a lot of comments about how like the cape part of the Fractal hat looks hot. But they messaged me like, by the way, that hat comes with a thinner cape, and they put cape in quotations, like a thinner cape, for those of you who are asking. So I mentioned that in the comments too. And then I got an email, and it was like me, Robbie, Megan, and Thomas are on this email. And I don't think with two people from Fractal, and I don't think we've ever been on like an email together like that before, because none of this was sponsored posts, by the way. It was just fun. And they're like, thanks to you guys, we're doing really well on sales of the Legionnaire hat and in general. So they emailed to thank us, and they're like, if there's any other work you want to do together or anything we can do, let us know. This was really funny. I was worried, I was nervous because I knew they were going to be mad about it. But I feel like they understood that I was kind of teasing the hat in a good, in a positive minded way, you know. Drew says, Eve Fractal emailed me today to send me hats and told me the safari colorway of the Legionnaire hat sold out. Oh, that's so funny. Oh man, funny. But yeah, I mean, I'd say, based on what they said, if you are interested in the Fractal Legionnaire hat, go and order it like within the next day or two. I don't think there's going to be much more left for a while. So, oh, it's so funny. Very funny. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good place to leave it for today, because that's just a good laugh. Tomorrow we'll play a game. I'm not sure. I haven't decided what the game is going to be. I'm thinking it might be name that shoe, but using specs. Or so I might call it like name that spec or name that or spec that shoe. I'm not sure. But I'll pick a couple of random like specs from a spec sheet. You're going to have to guess what that is. Or maybe we'll do name that shoe again. I'm not sure what we're going to do. But we'll play a game tomorrow because it's Tuesday. So same time as today, 1 p.m. Central Time. There'll also be a video that includes all these missing shoes from the wall. So that'll be hopefully up tomorrow morning. So until I see you guys again, be safe out there, everybody. Thanks. Bye.